Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, thank you for joining us this evening while we celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I am joined by my beautiful co-host, Quiet Michael.
Hey, where am I? Here I am. Hi.
So quiet. And dialing in from the left coast, Brain Damage.
Yo!
And we're going to have some funny memes for you. But first, a patented, trademark, copyrighted, absolutely essential part of every single episode of Facebook for the Blind. You know it. You love it. I'm talking about the depressing news. I'll tell you what the craziest thing is. I looked over all the news today, and it's like there was this shooting, and then there was this other shooting, and there was a gunman, and there was a shooting, and a shooting, and a shooting. So many shootings, I can't keep track of them. And I'm starting to think that maybe it's part of a conspiracy because the Diet Coke dictator has claimed that Washington's murder rate is higher than Bogota or Mexico City. Here's what the stats from those countries say, and a whole bunch of stuff that he said. It's much like a week or so ago when he was talking about pharmaceutical prices and they were going to come down 1,500% or mathematically impossible conundrums. You know what I mean? It's the same kind of thing. He just lied. And a lot of the news stations actually like fact check him on the air, which was great. So I thought that was kind of cool. A lot of charts just going, no, it's not going. No, that's not right at all. So that was fun. Meanwhile, U.S. hit the highest layoffs since COVID. Oh, and if you remember COVID, that's the last time that the tangerine toddler was in charge. So a lot of layoffs, a lot of firings. Didn't help that Doge was in there with a chainsaw, like cutting jobs all over the place. So that was bad. And maybe that's what's exacerbated all these shootings. I don't know. Maybe just a thought. I don't know. Speaking of which, one particular shooting, and I know there were so many, they all blend. After the CDC shooting, one of their employees was shot. Its own employees turned their anger to RFK Jr. and Trump, saying they need them to come out and denounce vaccine misinformation because it's getting people shot. It's getting people killed. And of course, they won't do it because that would be.
They don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit. Hey, and some hopeful news and some good news. Really amazing polling on the New York City mayoral race. Mamdani, my man, my boy, Democratic Socialist, which, you know, I'm down with it, is beating the pants off former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo by 19 points. While Republican Nazi Congresswoman Elise Stefanik is I don't know, she's a ghost of a chance. Nobody's gonna get this. Mamdani's got the lead in the mayoral race. And it's fun to watch the Democrats squirm at not endorsing the winner of the Democratic primary. It's really fascinating. I liked watching Cory Booker squirm this week and Schumer and lots of them. So, you know.
Schumer.
Yeah,
Hardly knew her.
Oh, my goodness. All right, moving on. Just because it's this show and I know my audience, they are now saying that the administration is considering reclassifying marijuana from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, which would open up a lot of interesting legal territory, but definitely I think is a good thing. I mean, that's one piece of deregulation I'm okay with, you know what I mean? That's nice. It's amazing. I don't know if you guys know this, but the dispensaries cannot use banks. So they have to hire security and they have large amounts of cash moving around in secure vans. And I don't know where it goes or what you do with duffel bags full of cash if you cannot take them to a bank. But I know you have to hire a lot of security for it. So, you know, I'm just amazed if dispensaries are doing this well under that degree of government regulation, what's going to happen when they take the shackles off and unleash the economy? I don't know. It's fascinating. I don't know. It's just a weird thing for me.
The tobacco companies are going to take over.
Possibly, sure. I guess it's whoever lobbies the hardest with the most money. So the Tangerine Toddler did a series of press conferences this week that were just rambling and bizarre. One of them from the roof of the White House for some reason. He said that he was going to Russia. He says, I'm going to Russia because he forgot he was going to Alaska. You know, and I mean, Who amongst us has not confused Alaska and Russia? But he was saying I was going to Alaska, except that he said Russia, to meet Putin. He's going to Russia to meet Putin. You know what I mean? And there was talk about land swaps, particularly I guess Ukrainian and Russian land swaps. But because this guy is so confused and I was trying to listen to it, I was sitting there going, "Oh my God, wait, is he really going to Russia? Did he give Alaska back to Russia? Is that what's happening? I don't know what's happening anymore. What's happening?" No idea. He also was babbling on and on and on about ballrooms. The boy cannot shut up about ballrooms. I mean, it's absolutely blowing my mind here. Gold-plated ballrooms. I'd never heard the word so many times in my life, and I've got girls and watch princess movies. Do you know what I'm saying here? Blowing my stinking mind. And that's when I realized. He just wants to be the belle of the ball. He just wants someone to ask him to the cotillion to just see how good his taco is. Anyway, we like to close out every episode of Facebook for the Blind, Depressing News, of course, with a nice, heartwarming animal story. And I think the story of the week is millionaire trophy hunter gored to death by buffalo on safari. Texas Asher Watkins was hunting the animal on expedition when it suddenly attacked. And this is not the buffalo. He was hunting a water buffalo, I believe, a Cape buffalo of some kind. And I think the most interesting take on this is that the wealthy Texan trophy hunter that was killed by a buffalo, the company said that it was a sudden and unprovoked attack. Unprovoked. He was tracking and hunting this thing with a gun. I think the news is just stupid. I don't think the news understands how to do anything anymore. So anyway, in response to this, I think I've at least made my earliest political decision, and that's Buffalo 2026. Apparently, his nickname in the press is Black Death. So Black Death Buffalo 2026. That's who I'm voting for. And with that, that is all the news worthy of regurgitating for August 12th, 2025. And now I hand it over to my beautiful co-host, Quiet Michael, for a nice average-sized
round one.
Wrong, Eric. Here comes a big, long, round one. Also, I love that you always call me beautiful. This first one here out of the chute. This is when the show really starts, by the way, guys. Done with that fucking bullshit news stuff. Coffee lovers and fans at Tony Hawk Truther, by the way. Tony Hawk Truther. You guys probably didn't even know there was Tony Hawk Truthers. NASA just revealed a heaven-like planet where you can drink a beer at the lake, and they're calling it Earth. Listen, you guys wholesome? It's about as fucking wholesome as you get. Also ends there. Wanted to let you guys know The Onion, friend of the show, The Onion, is reporting that.
How you doing, Onion?
Yeah, that's Eric's former employer. Before I heard that you left in disgrace. Doesn't matter. Australia admits all those animals made up. So, finally,
Sure.
Zonk, friend of the show, Zonk.
Hey, Zonk.
At Castin Zonk. This is actually my favorite tweet of the week. It says, asking for a cigarette and then adding it to my own pack. Dude, I would fight. Wow, I swear to God, I would fight.
I see it.
Noah Ryan says, wake up and immediately look at a small screen before clocking 8 hours behind medium screen. Take a few breaks to check in on small screen. Go home and spend a few hours staring at big screen to wind down before getting into bed and looking at small screen. Living the dream.
Oh my God.
That one's kind of dystopian, isn't it?
Yeah.
Reggie Sachs. I want to say this very clearly. Reggie Sachs. Retweeting discussing film. AMC Theaters is now working to shorten the amount of ads shown before a movie. So that's news. Reggie says, chill, I be late as fuck. I totally agree with this. I don't want the previews to be shorter, man. I barely get there before it starts as it is.
I got you.
Moist Buddha, friend of the show, Moist Buddha,
Hey,
keeping it moist.
Buddha. Yeah.
Keeping it Buddha.
Dude.
This is kind of hard to describe, but it's a picture of a plastic fork with 4 prongs,
Okay.
but they've melted, and so they're like curved up at the end, and each prong is touching the prong next to it. So it just looks like 2 hand. Anyway, it says my fork overheated and became Italian because it looks like Italian. Got CTE from playing at Duel Bedoink. Says my dad says big third down on every third down whenever we watch football together. And he is right every single time. I think I'm almost done with my round one. Yeah, this is my last one, but just a warning, it comes with a little bit of a story. There's a picture of a guy. It just looks like the Midwest became a person. He's wearing a shirt that says Yacht Rock. It says, "Is there anything better than a hostile takeover of the touch tunes at the local dive bar?" So do we all understand what's happening here? Yeah?
No.
Any feedback? Nobody? Okay, what he's doing is he's playing touch tunes, but he's trolling everybody. He's playing songs they don't want to hear at the local dive bar.
Yeah.
The reason that I have this in here is because one time I was at the Blind Pig, rest in peace, and I was sitting next to George Cruikshank, one of the founders of this show.
Yeah, founding father of the show.
That's right, founding father of the show. Thank you for not making it weird. George keeps looking at his phone every like 5 minutes or so and like doing something. And I hear like a little ka-ching sometimes. And I'm like, is he playing a game? Or finally I go, George, what are you doing? And he says, oh, I just keep playing, I think it was Ace of Base. He goes, I just keep playing the same Ace of Base song over and over and over on the touch tunes. And I go, I didn't hear any Ace of Base. And he goes, yeah, not at this bar. I'm playing it at a different bar.
Some of our friends are mean.
I think that's maniacal, dude. There's something
It's so
extra
bad.
evil about doing it at a bar you're not even at. Like it's just
Well, how are you enjoying that?
indiscriminate cruelty. And that's all I have for round one. Kicking it over to Brain Damage.
You just do. You just know that you're fucking with somebody's day, and that's enough. That is enough. All right. Here we're gonna start this wholesome round out with my brother from another, Elgin, posted a picture of his front camera, and it says one of the many birds now taking selfies at the spot. And this bird is definitely, that looks like his rap album. That looks like his rap album. It's a nice red bird. I don't know why I said blue, but red bird with a yellow beak. Look at his eyes. That fool is high. That fool is higher than me. All right. Using rock, paper, scissors for something. Ah, fuck. I told myself to remember what they used it for, and I forgot again.
Mhm.
And it says, when you kind of want to just do it, but not really. And here we have a swoosh, a Nike swoosh, but it's also curved and wiggly, kind of like maybe a sperm or a tadpole or something.
Yeah.
When you kind of want to do it, but not really.
Dude, that's
This one I
awesome.
had.
In Costa Rica, they have the swoosh, and it's a hammock with like an animal in it or something, and it says, "Just do it, mañana."
Nice. This one is just some information. The source of boxing posted RIP to Shigoshi Kotari, who passed away, professional boxer, passed away due to brain injuries after his bout on August 2nd. Deepest condolences. And boxing it's a crazy sport, and I like to watch boxing. I like to watch MMA, and so far no deaths in MMA. And they say boxing is a little bit more dangerous because you think about it, like in MMA, they might let you get hit on the ground, but in boxing, you're giving the fighter 10 seconds to get his wits back together and then start hitting again. So sometimes if that brain is not all together, but the muscle memory is strong enough to get up, it can be dangerous results. So I hope they could get more safety around that.
You know
Maybe
a
a
lot about
fighters
brain.
union.
You know a lot about brain damage. Brain damage.
Yeah. I tend to figure some shit out for myself from time to time. And then we're gonna go to rock, paper, scissors for what again? I forgot. Fuck them. I didn't follow. It says, I just found out that I'm part of the problem, but it feels really good to be part of something.
I love it.
LOL Hawaii 2 has this 3-panel with a Chow Chow dog that is very exciting. He says, my friend said that he wouldn't pay his water bill, so I sent him a get well soon card. And then the third panel is just the dog going, ha ha! A get well soon card. All right, anyways. This one's just a humble brag. I got my fucking picture up in the VR Comedy Club, the longest running VR Comedy Club in VR, failed to render. And yes, my picture's on the Wall of Fame. That is awesome. Right there next to me is my good homie Disco Jesus.
Dude, that's a good photo too, man.
Thank you. And that's one of my headshots. This one is a cartoon by who we got? Isabella Bannerman. Okay. Pretty good at Isabella. And as you see, I got the Godzilla hat on. Maybe you don't. But I have a cartoon picture of Godzilla in the sea, and he's watching Godzilla Jr. destroy a kid's sandcastle. And that kid looks kind of like Lupin the Third. Gotta be honest.
Aww.
Looks like a bootleg Lupin the Third. But Godzilla is proud of him. Starting somewhere. Destroy the sandcastle before you destroy the city. This one's Facebook Monsterella. And this one has Godzilla roasting the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man with a burning New York. He's getting s'mores. And then this one's got hosted by Godzilla and says, come on, you gotta laugh at this. And it has a picture of Godzilla screaming into the air and Batman with a Batman symbol in the air. And it says 76% of our followers think Batman with prep time can beat Godzilla.
Well, he does have a whole arms industry working for him, so yeah, sure. Maybe.
No doubt. Not even close.
Yeah, no, Godzilla's just gonna fucking flamethrow the whole arms industry. The whole thing.
Dude, do you think Superman could take down? Because like Batman took down the Justice League.
Yeah, that was just in some writer's imagination, though. We're talking about real life, okay?
I'm sorry, I didn't know we were talking about real life Godzilla.
Yeah, real life Godzilla, damn it. And this one's gonna end it for me. We got Gen X Toys, and we have a picture of the action figure of Grimlock. And he says, when you become a grown-up, people stop asking you what your favorite dinosaur is. They don't even care. Me Grimlock like Godzilla. And Grimlock! I should have said me brain damaged like Godzilla and Grimlock. I gotta figure these things out beforehand. Passing it off to you, Eric.
Loving it.
Like Mechagodzilla?
It looked a bit like Mechagodzilla, but I'll allow it.
That was definitely Grimlock.
I gotta Google Grimlock.
Now it's Eric's turn, and I get to do the wholesome round. You know, cutting bell peppers and adding googly eyes is bound to heal your soul a little. Give it a try. And here we see several bell peppers cut open with googly eyes stuck on top, and then one of them looks kind of goofy, like he got a bunch of teeth hanging out. One of them's going, ah! The other one's going,
this is fucking cursed, man.
You know, I'm telling you what. Teeth. Next time you're at the dollar store and you see a pack of like googly eyes, I mean, pick it up, carry it around with you. You'll come up with all kinds of ideas.
I got a pack of googly eyes in my backpack as we speak.
Yeah, dude, I used to like to put them on Cholula. I don't know why, but a Cholula looks friendlier. All right, moving on. I always love a good trolley problem. So I found this one for you, Michael, actually. Sisyphus is rolling a boulder toward the Grand Hilbert Hotel. The hotel has an infinite number of rooms, and they are all full, so they may not be able to accommodate him or his boulder. If you choose to divert him, his boulder will destroy the ship of Theseus. But the ship has had all of its constituent parts replaced, so it may not actually be the same ship. Is Sisyphus happy? No. Then we have the couple from The Good Place, and the guy says, I've never been more stressed out in my entire life.
Is Sisyphus happy? That's the question.
That is the question. Moving on.
But the rest of the information is nonsense.
I mean, it explains. I think it explains itself pretty clearly. hey, it's West Virginia State Fair. So they put out a picture of Mothman having a corn dog on there. I was like, oh man. Oh, now I gotta have to send this to TD manually. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, Mothman, official cryptid of Facebook for the blind.
Hey,
Mothman.
I believe in Mothman, and I'm super scared of him, to be honest.
Bro, you know that whole silver bridge that went down in West Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah, my cousin's husband as a child drove across that bridge right before that happened. With
My
his
friend's cousin's husband's child. Same thing.
no shit.
Yeah.
Weird.
Well, just because you're my friend, though.
Oh, that's true. Good point. All right. Well, we've
You know
milked
who
this.
I believe in, Michael?
Who?
I believe in Joe Hendry. I don't even watch TNA. Shut up.
I love Joe Hendry.
Yeah, I will say this. If you have any even mild interest in Mothman, Google Mothman Chicago sightings because there's a website, an app. I'm sure there's got to be podcasts.
I believe in all the.
I think
cryptids.
Mothman is a Chicago monster. I don't know why he went to West Virginia or whatever, but I think overall he lives in Chicago. We don't have to
Well,
talk
now
about this, but yeah, I'm scared of that thing.
all the sightings are there, man, and it's crazy. Around O'Hare,
Yeah.
there's like maps
Yeah.
with like
Dude, I
pinpoints on it.
know.
So fun.
That movie was fucking scary with Richard Gere.
That was a weird movie.
Yeah, I'm talking about American Gigolo.
Yeah, that was also a weird movie. Good soundtrack though. Moving on. Here we have Enoch, who appears to be a young brunette lady in a K through 12 classroom. Says first day of fourth grade. Big smile selfie. And Jay says little old to be in the fourth grade, but congrats on trying to finish your education.
Uh-huh.
This is the round. Moving on. Best and worst of Twitter 2 making its first appearance of the show with a post from Gibson Moy. He's reposted Matilda22, says, obviously eugenics isn't logical, but it's a bit funny to claim that you're so genetically superior you should be the ones reproducing when neither of you can fucking see. Laughing my ass off. Soul Nate, M. Nate Shyamalan, friend of the show, says, preparing for my eugenics photo shoot. Hey, honey, where are my fucking dork glasses? Telegraph headline is Meet the elite couples breeding to save mankind. And we see a couple of smug people who look like they're related to Harry Potter, like, but not as cool.
He can't read without his glasses.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, every single episode's got a reference. I love
Funniest scene of that whole movie, dude.
Keeps getting funnier. Anyway. It is really funny that the ones who should be reproducing and neither of you can fucking see. Moving on. Not halfway through. Leftist gamer memes. And if you're not following leftist gamer memes, well, that's all right. Neither am I. I'm not telling you how to live your life. Here we have a picture of some kind of like funny game looking thing, like a Sim City centering tool. And this dude says, your taxes pay for law enforcement that protects the private property of the individuals and corporations that do not pay taxes.
Uh-huh.
And Mike Ward's like, yeah, pretty much. Which, you know, is funny to me because I prefer to laugh than cry. Moving on. Hey, it is the wholesome round and dig this over in Animal Life. Love to follow it. Finland farmers have been spraying their deer with reflective paint in order to reduce road accidents. Now glowing antlers light up the dark roads. When I first read this, I was like, they're spraying the deer. And then it was like, no, they're spraying their antlers. And I was like, well, that's kind of cool. Look at that. That's really kind of cool, though. Look at that. I mean, I wish we could do that to the deer here in Illinois, man. Those things are deadly. But I don't know. What do you think of that? Seeing that coming at you? It might be.
That would be nuts.
It would be nuts, but you probably wouldn't. I don't know. Now that I'm looking it up close, that's kind of terrifying. All right, and finally, we've got Give a Shift About Nature, friend of the show, saying, I think it's less that 2025 is a weird time in history, and more that 2025 is the inevitable conclusion of doing everything wrong on purpose for 40 years. And that, Lisa says, yes, 2025, the year of fuck around and find out. Wrapping up my wholesome round, round one, handing it back to you, Quiet. Oh, we've caught Quiet off guard.
All right. Well,
you want to step in? Jump in.
All right. We're going to start this round off the whatever the fuck we want to call this round.
Sure.
The inebriated, inhibited, inhabited Anyways, I grew up on the 80s and 90s. Join. No, I didn't. They have a picture of Willie Nelson chilling with the Muppets band, Dr. Teeth and band, the Mayhem, Electric Mayhem. And it says, only Willie Nelson could look perfectly normal in this situation. And yes, he does.
Sorry.
And you know, they're all high as well. Do you want to jump in or you want to just...
I can jump in, dude.
All right, go ahead.
I had to take care of my kid for a second.
Sure, bud.
All good.
All right. I don't know who I stole this from, but Landry Jackson liked it. So we'll just... Friend of Landry Jackson says, French pigs be like oinku. And Deej von Moksani says, Japanese pigs be like oinku, but it's spelled more Japanese. Oinku. Willie Jansen says, American pigs be like stop resisting.
Hashtag ACAB. Love that joke.
TheHardTimes.net, friend of the show, TheHardTimes.net. And listen, for those of you who've never listened to our show before, I know we're adding tens of thousands of viewers and listeners. If you're not following The Hard Times, I have one simple question. Where are you getting your hard times?
Sure.
You know? So HardTimes.net says, Bon Iver, Sufjan Stevens engaged in heated whisper fight.
I like Sufjan Stevens. I get this reference.
I want to apologize for saying Bon Iver. Look, it's Bon Iver, and I'll never not say that.
Cool.
Yeah, 1 second.
I don't care either way.
The Onion, friend of the show, The Onion reports Dave Matthews Band apologizes after tour bus dumps another 800 pounds of human shit onto the same boat full of people.
There's a plaque on the river up there now. To commemorate it.
Fuck Dave Matthews for so many reasons. The Redneck Renaissance Man, friend of the show, and kin to me, the Redneck Renaissance Man, has a picture of a Ford F-150 that says, my GPS is Jesus Christ.
Oh.
And then we see the second panel, Jesus whispered into the shoulder of the driver, and Jesus is saying, go to the bar, LOL. And the driver says, what the fuck, Jesus?
Whose side are you on?
Shithead Steve, friend of the show, Shithead Steve, just keeping it absolutely fucking nasty. He's listening to Alan Jackson Chattahoochee, and he says, it's a picture of honestly, it's just a picture of a creek. And it says, imagine we're camping and you wake up to me peer pressuring a raccoon to smoke a cigarette.
Jesus.
He's so fucking weird.
Steve.
All right, I don't remember how many I'm supposed to stop at, so I'll just stop after this one. Meme.tv365. And I'll tell you, they're a friend of the show. It's true. It's got a picture of John Candy. And it says, your little Chuck Norris memes are cute, but this guy made it from New York City to Chicago on a holiday weekend with no money. Babysat Kevin McAllister and Iceman's wife. Saved the galaxy from Rick Moranis and brought bobsledding to Jamaica. Meme.tv says he was also the front man of the Kenosha Kickers, and he's known as the Polka King of the Midwest. So, eat shit, Chuck Norris. And that's all I have for round two, the ostensibly second round. Back to you, Brain Damage. Sorry for interrupting.
Oh, no, it's all good. It's all good. Let's get
this
right
is
back
a rollicking show.
This one is from Jay and Silent Bob, and it says, I'm just answering honestly, Snoogans. And we have a picture of Jay and Silent Bob. It says, therapist, what do we say when we make a mistake? Me. Fuck, mother, fuck, motherfuck. Noise.
This is the way.
Yes, it is.
Sounds the best.
Laughter is the best medicine. Oh, sorry, you had some, Eric?
Got nothing.
Yeah, well, laughter is the best medicine, and Jessica Ray Herman has a picture of Dave Chappelle in the suit, and it says, don't punish your child by taking their games away. Instead, log on to their online games and get them banned. And he's pointing with a smug face and says, modern problems require modern solutions. All right, my Dave Chappelle accent is terrible.
It was getting there.
Hood memes and Savannah Savakinus. I don't know how to say that. Says the federal minimum wage being 2 McDonald's hash browns an hour is insane.
Oh man.
MMA community and lowkickmma.com posted a 2-panel. It's like a parody of the one where the girl and the guy are sleeping together, and she says he's probably thinking of another girl, but it's like a Rick and Morty version. Some girl, I'm not sure if anybody watches Rick and Morty. Can you say this character's name?
Don't know the character.
Nope, nobody knows. And then it's the kid. I don't really even know if that's Rick or Morty. I don't watch it.
That's
my bad.
Morty. That's Morty.
Okay, we at least know that. She says he's probably thinking of another girl, and here is Morty picturing Drickus Duplessis ground and pounding possibly Hamzat Shemaya, but it says, what if Drickus survives the first round? I think it's going to be 2 rounds that he's got to survive against Boris to be able to get that win. His style is real. The fights are coming up this weekend is what I'm trying to say, Eric. I hope y'all watch it. Anyways, it's UFC 319, Drickus Duplessis versus Boris Hamzat Chimaev. Moving on, Jeff Miller posted an AI picture of like Little John with a dog and a big crunky cup, the throne cup, whatever the fuck that chalice or whatever that. Anyways, and it's like a version of Honey I Shrunk the Kids, but it says the loudest little accident in movie history. Okay, and it's Honey I Crunk the Kids. What? And here we have. Oh, I forgot which meme page I got this one from, but it says my inner 12-year-old will be giggling forever now that I know Norwegian phrase for speed bump is fart humper. And you see
farts and humper.
Farts, humper,
Farts and
40 miles per hour.
Farts and humping's funny.
Then we have somebody named Esther Valentine who posts a picture of a motorcycle toilet outhouse type thingy and says it runs on natural gas. I want that.
Nice.
I want it. And then we have Repo Finder. Or Repo Finder. Anyways, they said a human fart can be louder than a trombone. I learned this at my daughter's band concert.
Oh man.
Poor daughter. And then I'm gonna end on this one. Adulting with a side of memes says this is why I avoid Dollar Tree crayons. And we see somebody holding a crayon, and it's labeled dog wiener. It's labeled dog wiener, and it is
kind of red.
All right, I'm not going to explain that color, but I guess it's dog wiener. Handing it off to you, Eric. Let's see how this goes.
It's a little, it's taking me there. That's what I got to say about that. That's what I think's happening. Right on, man. Round 2, the irascible round, the interstitial round, allegedly round 2. Hey, 219 episodes, ladies and gentlemen. How fun is that? So, yeah, doing this. Moving on here, got a post from Ruby at Ruby, etc. Says, anyone else permanently going through a lot lately? and Brian Silva Gratata at Outer Space Swag says, I wish I could snort a line of stable mental health. Never really wanted to snort anything, but I was like, okay, that one. Anyway, best of worst of Twitter 2 is where I found that one. Second entrance in the show. Friend of the show and kind of weird great uncle of the show has this little comparison of the Gestapo and ICE. Says, no, ICE is not just like the Gestapo. And we see a long checklist. They are a private army serving one man. They got that in common. They both dress in intimidating clothing. They randomly kidnap innocent people. Oh, down here at the bottom, I see some differences. Oh, the Gestapo didn't hide their faces behind masks. And ICE, the public is afraid to fight back. Oh, and we're not. So there is a difference. There's a difference there. And I kind of liked one of the things I've seen going around online is some right-wing commentator on CNN was just like, when you call Trump Hitler, you're calling 80 million Americans Nazis. And at the right-wing angels, yes, we are. Did we stutter? Anyway. And Murph posted that one, and I agreed with it really hard. The best and worst of Twitter, too, has this from Cliff Jerrison at Pervocracy, which is ruled by perverts. Boring answer, BDSM is not abuse because it can be negotiated and consensual. True answer, BDSM is not abuse because like 93% of the time the top is terrified and the bottom is like, come on, fucker, I've got leather for ass cheeks and granite for glutes. I can take it. You dish it. Okay, not a lot of BDSM humor fans. That's fine. Duly noted. Here we have a picture of Ben Shapiro sitting next to Kermit the Frog in Gallifreyan Jedi. A Jedi of Gallifrey says, Ben Shapiro makes a living plagiarizing Ayn Rand in a Kermit the Frog voice, and his wife doesn't have orgasms, which pretty much sums up libertarianism if you think about it. Yeah, that's a thinker. Just tuck that one away. Just think about that one later. I don't know if you guys saw this. This is absolutely stunning to me. This was a poster. They raised the cap on joining ICE, so there is now no age gap, and they're appealing to these gray-haired old, scruffy bearded, guys in their tactical gear cosplaying soldier again, right? And there's a lot of commentary on that, but my favorite was Sawyer Vorin Syria down here, who says, "Ah, yes, bringing fathers and sons together to force different fathers and sons apart." It's like poetry. It's like poetry. But the good news on that is just that if you're trying to hire old men to do anything, you are desperate. Now the interesting thing was, now that you've seen this image of the father and son in this glorified, and this is really from ICE, right? Okay. Now I'd like it just to do a little comparison of this one that I found in the comments section, and I blew it up large. See the grandfather and son there, look, and almost exactly the same color palette and everything. Boy, I don't understand German, but it looks bad. Do you know what I'm saying? It looks bad.
Yeah.
Unfreiheit und Lebens und Volksformen. I got no clue what they're saying, but it looks too much like our own government's ICE thing, is what I'm freaking saying. Not enjoying this at all. Only got a couple more here and gonna get done with the interstitial round. Best and worst of Twitter, too, making a third appearance in the show with Moyasaur Peter passing along Harry Seldon. Oh, Harry Seldon, AA. Says, well, I had mumps, measles, and chickenpox along with my 4 siblings on a farm with no doctor, and I'm healthier at 73 than my grandkids. Just had a blood test. All my organs are perfect. There are applications for vaccines, but I feel that they are overused. This is in August of 2025. Wild Scoopster says, question, Harry, did you or anyone you know ever get polio? Harry, yes, 2 people. An aunt was paralyzed from the waist down at age 33, I believe. Second cousin had it in his left arm, lost use of it. Why? Yeah, vaccines are overused. Okay, did you ever? Yeah. So I just thought that was kind of funny. And Buzzing Pop has a nice picture of John Leguizamo contrasted with Dean Cain, who formerly played Superman, but is not in actuality any kind of Superman. John Leguizamo slams former Superman actor Dean Cain for joining ICE. Says, what kind of loser volunteers to be an ICE officer? What a moron. Dean Cain, your pronouns are has been. Oh, that was pretty good. Leguizamo landed a good one. That up my second round. Handing it back to Michael.
I'm here. I know you weren't expecting me.
I was.
Yes, we were.
I'm going to change this. I want to be in front of my meme.
Sure.
Like this. Can you see me and John Candy?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Am I doing it the right way?
I forgot about doing that.
You're blocking a few words, but no, it's okay. Now it's okay.
All right, here we go. Kicking off round 3, the penultimate round. Started off with Alteco. A.O. Teco. It says, my name is Aaron. My 9-year-old just found the Key and Peele sketch. You know the one. My life is ruined. Anybody?
No.
Aaron.
Aaron.
Oh.
I have no clue what you're talking about at all.
Jake Quillen.
No.
Principal O'Shag Hennessy.
Yeah.
The hard times news is back. I'll be honest with you. This is where I get my news. It's this headline very important. It's a picture of a goth girl, and it says "Goth girl." No, I'm sorry. Goth gets asshole darkened. No,
God, yeah, okay. Jesus, sorry. It took me a sec.
because usually
Yeah.
like the thing that people do is get their asshole bleached,
Yeah. Don't explain it.
but not a goth. See, because they're all doom and gloom. It's funny.
It is.
Just trust me.
It's very fun.
It says Mike's Bike Shop. It's a picture of Mike's Bike Shop. Somebody put this shit on Snapchat and they just wrote "Mycicle's Bicycle Shop."
Dude, I bet that's got killer SEO.
Mycicle's Bicycle Shop. I can't tell you how much my brain loves that shit. Oh, let's move it on. This is Corey at coolmathgame_. Doctor, do you smoke or drink? Me. Yes. Doctor. Okay. Me. Are you mad at me? Groby at Groby 5 million, I think, says, what happens if you just keep microwaving nothing? Xander says, fire. Groby says, thanks. I thought it was a good tweet too. I don't know how many memes I have left. The hard times is back. Listen, I've been reading a lot of news. There's a picture of a guy and he's just looking kind of desperate and depressed, and it says, I lived fast but didn't die young. Now what? That is the nightmare. All right, I think I have one more. Yeah. Salil says, whatever you're going through, you still need to wear deodorant. And that's an evergreen tweet. And that's all I have for round 3, the penultimate round. Kicking it back to brain damage.
All right. Let's see it here. Let's see if I can get this thing right. I want to try that. Sit in front of the thing. All right. Can you see me and the thing? I guess you can. I guess I can see it.
Ooh, that's cool. That looks awesome.
All right. So this one here said it shows an asteroid, and it said asteroid Psyche 16 has been found to contain gold reserves worth 700 quintillion. That's enough to make everyone on Earth billionaires. And Kevin Goofin, I think, Goofin says no. That would make gold worthless, and we'd all still be poor. Take a goddamn economics class.
Well stated. I like it.
Jess Dweck at the Dweck posts a picture of the Trumps that are sitting with somebody in an interview and says, not important, but why does he sit on every chair like it's a toilet? And he definitely looks like the old you remember Roger and Ebert or Siskel and something or other, and they used to have those little fucking things in the newspaper, and the guy would sit on the edge of his seat if it was a good movie. Those reviews were trash. That's what he looked like.
You know, Roger Ebert is a cultural hero of this town that I live in.
Nice. I think I watched a documentary that showed one of them dudes was a dick. I don't remember which one.
Doesn't matter. He's famous in our town. We love him.
Yep. So Robert Reich posted a cartoon of Trump with a long tie, and it says, "Look, Iran's attacking Israel," and there's a big giant dog sitting on Uncle Sam. It says "Big Beautiful Bill," and ICE is stomping on Uncle Sam as well. And Reich says, for Trump military conflict, Iran would distract from sinking poll numbers, a devastating and unpopular budget bill, harmful trade wars, unleashing the military and American soil, millions of people protesting authoritarianism. Yeah, it's bad. And then Jimmy Dean Menendez says, quotes, they're illegals. Yeah, the dude who drunk drives 6 nights a week. Doug Ferrari posts a picture of Trump on some kind of probably morning news talk show and says Fox gives diaper Don a dark baby changing pads to sit on so he doesn't poop on their white sofa.
Mm.
Donald Van Schitzenpants sitting on the baby changing pod. I don't know why my accent went Jamaican there at the end. Anyways, Gary Stone posted a picture of, I think this is John Lennon maybe?
Yeah, John Lennon.
And it says, working class people around the world have no innate desire to go to war with each other. They have to be conned into it by the sociopath who will profit from it. Oh, yeah, it says John and Lennon right there. Okay, focus. All right. My wife, Diane Lopez, she posted, well, I thought I was, in a few more weeks to stay till staycation. I guess I'm late on this one because now she's back at work today. And it says, if you see a yacht at sea, which it does look like if you zoom out, it's a yacht at sea. Yeah. And it says you are in desperate need of a vacation because that is a hole in a leather sofa.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, it is. Oh, I went the wrong way. We're back on John Lennon. This one is my nephew posted this one.
St. Luigi.
Yeah, Fearbuck posted, Luigi Mangione did not have any family present in the courtroom, but about 24 women waited in the cold and public seats in the courtroom to support him. Many wearing face masks and blah, blah, blah. But I don't know if my nephew posted this, but somebody wrote, family is temporary. Hoes are forever. And you see Mangione putting his face very hilariously in the homies Deshaun and my nephew on there. This one is the skeptic George Proust posted. I hope people are starting to understand that Trump is engineering the Great Depression. The idea is to depress asset values so that his buddies can buy up everything up for 20 cents on the dollar. And Gabriel A. Perry, MPH, said crushing the economy and a few rich people buying up public services to turn them into private industry is how the oligarchy in Russia became what it is. And that's what the fuck we're headed for. So that's why Gary Stone posted a picture of this cartoon. And it says, fuck the Democratic Party, fuck the Republican Party. Our only hope is a cocktail party.
Cocktail party. Cheers, everybody.
And that's all for me for my actually fucking political asshole round 3, just leaving my post with the most.
Well done. Gonna do my tertiary round, my penultimate round, and then leaving only our post with the most.
I want to say, after that political round, I feel safer. I'm glad you're covering it. That's
Yeah.
You see what you motherfuckers have turned me into?
Yeah, we do, and we're proud of it.
I don't even follow this shit, but I'm like, hey, they're gonna understand this better than I do. I should send it to them, but why not hoard it for myself since I'm low on means?
That's right.
Well, and I like how we've all kind of recognized the politics pretty well because even our audience this evening brought up the mega guillotine from a previous issue. Previous episode, and I thought that tied in nicely with this little 2-panel of Simpsons. Bart is stressing out, saying the last use of the guillotine was in France in 1976, and Homer's like, the most recent use of the guillotine was in France in 1976. It's like, you're saying there's hope. Yes, you're saying there's a chance.
All I'm saying, Eric, is if you watched MMA, you would get guillotines every single week, buddy. Just throwing it out there. I don't know.
All right, duly noted. Thank you so much. Here we have a duck in a, I don't know, some kind of classy duck. It looks like, and it's for sale. I don't know, maybe on eBay or something. I don't know where this is, but it says Anne Boleyn duck, 6 pounds. Gorgeous little duck here. And no content Brits just says, bit late for advice now. Anne Boleyn, duck. Because, see, I'm pretty sure she was in a guillotine. I think the guillotine portion of the show. This is your fault, Dave. I just want to let you know that. Friend of the show, Josh, has this 4-panel of the evolution, the self-actualizing mind, the 4, brains that are lit up. And then along the side, you have the steps. And the first one with the tiny brain is the Nazis were socialists because they were called the National Socialist Workers Party. And then the next stage is buffalo wings come from buffaloes. Third stage is North Korea is a democracy because it's called the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. And then finally, duct tape is made of ducks. From AOC's dank meme stash. And if you're not following AOC's dank meme stash, well, you are missing out on the 4 panels. Here we see a headline from Leading Report says, breaking, CIA is not part of a secretive group running the world, per Democrat Senator Elisa Slotkin. And we see Bart Simpson saying, what an odd thing to say. Yeah, Lavender Gast, who originally posted this, the CIA is not part of a secret group running the world, is an odd thing to say. Thank you, Senator. Appreciate that. Here from Daveen Kerr, we just see a paper towel with a Ouija board, sketched on it. Yes, no, A through Z, 1 through 0. And the girls are using their black nail polished fingers to push around a Dorito chip and light a Bic lighter. It says, when you need to summon Satan, but you're on a budget.
Hail Satan!
Hail Satan. Here, Yahoo News brings us a deep sea expedition find, which is an orange starfish, but with a particularly interesting piece of anatomy. The unexpected star of the show is a plump sea creature that has been dubbed the Big Butt Starfish for its uncanny resemblance to Patrick Star from SpongeBob SquarePants. And if
Hail Satan!
I didn't even know that a starfish could have junk in the trunk, but that starfish is definitely packing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on here, but there you go. So real life Patrick. Moving on. I want to just touch on this one more time. So the safari company said that the hunter that this buffalo gored said it was an unprovoked attack, but he was tracking it. He was actively hunting it.
Right.
It was,
self-defense.
Yeah, totally. Anyway, I posted this around in several of my political groups, and I was just like, 4 more gores, 4 more gores. That's what I was, just gored to death. I miss the Titan submarine. Getting close to finally here, getting down to just my post with the most. This is an interesting collection of bones. Can you see this? It's an interesting little plate here. They all seem to be shaped kind of like those pasta spoons. The strainer pasta spoons? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you can sort of reach in and grab your pasta and drain it. Kind of looks like that, but they're all bones. And we zoom out here just a bit, and Melissa, Queen of Sloth, says, ground squirrels, fluffy little bundles of what the fuck. Oh, these are ground squirrel bones. And Professor John Hutchinson says, it's nothing quite like a penis bone spork for scooping out the semen of your competitors. Yeah, fluffy little bundles of what the fuck. Scoopy, scoopy, scoopy with the pasta ratchet. And that has been it. Oh, no, I guess I do have one more here from friend of the show, Michael Matthews, who's reposted Tyler King. Says, a writer waits a lifetime for a moment like this. Headline, hot dog spill shuts down highway in Pennsylvania commuter's worst nightmare. Spelled like tube sausage, you know what I mean? Worst. Writer waits a lifetime for a moment like that. And that has been all of my round 3, leaving only my post with the most.
I have a real question. At what point do you think that writer decided that was a headline? Do you think that was their first draft, or do you think right before it went to publish, they were like, wait?
I think this guy was thinking about tube steak for a long time.
You think this guy spent a lot of time thinking about hot dogs?
Yes, well, notice it says updated at 5:16 p.m. Eastern time. So he had to go back and
he's
edit
hungry.
That.
Yeah.
Just before leaving the office.
He's like, I could get a hot dog on the corner, but it's 5:16. Where can I get maybe a Poli? Where can I get?
All right, are we ready for this? I'm ready to kick off post with the most.
Yeah, post with the most. Hit it, my brother.
Woo. All right, here we go. This week, my post with the most comes to you from stepbro.steve. Now listen, he's a friend of the show. It's technically true.
Technically.
We're not happy about it. He is the Florida man. But Steve has a picture of a really confused guy, hand on his head, and he's holding what looks like a cast iron skillet. And it says, point of view, you told your Mormon roommate the dishes need to soak.
I understand this reference. That's terrible.
And that, because my followers are idiots,
Sure.
was my post with the most.
Nice.
What'd you have this week, Brane?
I'm too stupid to get that one, but
I'll explain without witnesses.
Oh, look at this. A double humble brag. 2 years ago.
Ooh.
I posted, we practiced CPR at the AED machine on mechanicans, and one of my coworkers somehow let it die. So I walked over and pretended to close his eye and said, well, look like you won't be needing these shoes anymore. Everyone laughed. Yeah, I'm going to hell. This is a true story. And yeah.
Brane, that is super funny. And just as funny was the way that you pronounced the word mannequins.
You said, I heard you laugh. Yeah.
You said mechanican.
I know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my post with the most brought to you by Black Death Buffalo 2026. Come on, like you got somebody better than Black Death Buffalo? Come on. How many's he gonna gore? I'm saying 4 more gores. Buffalo 2026. My post with the most was the water buffalo's response. Goring to death pricks with rifles helps to keep their numbers under control, insists Cape Buffalo community.
Nice.
You gotta thin the herd. You gotta thin the herd. That's just common knowledge. That was my post with the most. Guys, we did it.
Did we do it?
Episode. That is a legally binding definition of an episode of Facebook for the Blind. To all the people out there, the tens of thousands of you viewers out there in TV land, we love you.
Hundreds of thousands.
Are we there?
Love you, George.
Miss you, Beverly.
Yeah.
Boom,
Love
boom,
you,
boom,
Beverly.
boom, boom. Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.